Hey everyone, Divine Realms back here with an awesome new instructional video on how to use the new Tonyhacks exploit to play burned PlayStation 1 games on your PlayStation 1. Now, this is going to be burned copies of games you legally own, for like archival purposes. Say your legit copy is getting scratched up and like, I don't know, some expensive game that you don't want to go spend $100 on, like say Misadventures of Tron Bond. You don't want to spend tons getting a replacement copy. So legally I think you are allowed to make one backup copy, but again, I will not link any ways to pirate games or where to get them, because that's bad. Basically, this happened when they were fooling around with save files for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and 3, I believe, and then they found this hack, and there are some other games you can use with it. So let's get started here. What you will need is a burned copy of the game you want to play, and again, this is a game you legally own. You want a game like Tony Hawk 2, 3, or 4, and there's 5 or 6 other games which I will show when I'm on the computer here in a little bit, but I picked up Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. Most of the games on the list you can get for $5 or so at your local used game store. I have seen that, like Tony Hawk 2, 3, and 4 on eBay are going for $15 or so. I don't know if that's because of this hack or just because they're good games. I mean, I think like Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 are other ones, and they made millions of those, so they're pretty easy to find. But I just picked up Brunswick here because, well, it was cheap, and hey, I wouldn't mind trying it out. You will need a memory card, and I marked Tonyhacks on mine so I know which one it is when I need to start this all off. And I only had like 3 official PlayStation cards, and they were all filled with saves. But these ones here, I want to say they're Tommy brands, like Tomee, that I got off Amazon for $5 each, and they were perfectly fine. So you don't have to use an official card. You can use one of these here. You will need a Dex drive. These go for about 20 or so online. Now, I will say that if you want to use the hack, you don't need a Dex drive. If you have a card and you know somebody that has the ability to put the files on the card, that's fine too. But I like to do stuff myself, and I've had the Dex drive here sitting in a box for 20 years over that I haven't touched since the PlayStation days. So yeah, this is great. And then, because I don't want to say that there are no modern computers with serial ports, because there might be, but as you can see, the Dex drive here originally ran on serial port, and most, if not all, modern computers don't have serial ports anymore. So you will need to get a serial to USB adapter cable here, which has serial USB here. I got this for $5 or $6 on Amazon. And you will need a PlayStation 1. Of course, I didn't bring that because everybody knows what that is. Any model will work. PlayStation Series 1000, 3000, 5000, 7000, 9000, or the PS1. This will work on every single thing. And you will also need, if you're going to do this yourself, you're going to need a computer. It probably doesn't have to be up to date or anything. It's like I've seen people online using like Windows XP computers. You also need software, which I believe will show in the video. You can use the official software that came with the Dex drive, but I don't know if it works on Windows 10 or not, but if you do, that's cool. There are plenty of places online where you can download it from, and because it's a probably still under copyright and owned by somebody, that's not going to link that, but there is a free program that was developed a long time ago called Dexter, and that's what I've been using because it's free, open source, and it works perfectly fine on Windows 10. And somebody was saying that there's a way to do it through the PS2 or PS3, but you have to get an expensive peripheral to do it. So on the Tonyhacks page, it details the instructions on how to do all that. But for now, I'm just going to show the Dex drive method here with Brunswick Pro Bowling. So let's go on over to the computer then, okay? Hey everybody, we are back here. So I'm going to assume that you know how to plug in the Dex drive and its adapter into a USB port. I don't believe it needs to be 2.0 or 3.0, whichever works, I guess, because I have mine plugged in here to a USB 3.0 slot and it works fine. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to the device manager here, and you're going to go down here to ports, COM and LPT. So I don't know exactly for sure what you're going to have here, but it shows up here as a prolific USB to serial COM port, and it's assigned to COM 5. Want to double click on it, and port settings here, want to go to advanced. Now overall, I mean, you can use, whatever port you want. It goes up to 100, hell, I don't know, it goes up to 200 billion probably. But the program that we're going to use only uses, oh, okay, is this plugged it into a different spot here? Let's see here. Okay, so we changed it here. Let's make sure we want it to be in COM 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now it's best to just keep it to one that isn't in use. So this is going to be in COM 2, and click OK. And like I did before, COM 2 was already in use because I had the Dex drive plugged into a different USB slot, so that's probably it. But the program we use is only going to be able to see COM 1, 2, 3, or 4. Possibly because the Dex drive is like a really old thing, and the Dexter program, which is what we want to use here because it works a lot better. I think it's, an older program too. Anyway though, so we want to go into Dexter here, and it's just going to be an exe and the help file, and you can scan it if you want, but it is all good. So open up Dexter here, and first thing we're going to do, since it already recognizes, we're going to open Dex drive first. If this is the very first time you use it, it'll be a blank screen. So you want to go Dex drive, open Dex drive, and here, as I said, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all we can do. So Dex drive is on port 2, so we're going to click that, click OK, and it'll show that's opening, and it'll read all the stuff. Now I already have some things on here. The two hacks here. So what you're gonna want to do is let's see here. Go to the Tonyhacks website here, and let's see here. Okay, sorry about that. My kid had a question. So anyway, here on the orca.pet/Tonyhacks, just want to go in here. You need to download Tonyhacks SPL here. And then depending on what game you have and what region it is, I have Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling here. So good lord, yeah, it's been a long day. So anyway, you need to install Tonyhacks SPL, and whichever game you have, make sure that if you have the American or the PAL European. There are a couple games on here I believe that are European only, like a Kestrel Honda VTR, I believe. Anyway, so I got Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. Remember the file name here. It isn't too hard. Brunswick 1 US.mcs. So we want to go back up here to the download part here. GitHub releases page, and we want to download Tonyhacks. And I've already unzipped it here. So in our download folder, we want to go to Tonyhacks. And here it will have everything we need. All the hacked save files here. So what we are going to do always helps to go back here. We have Tonyhacks.mcs and Brunswick 1 US.mcs. So we see all of these files here. Here's Tonyhacks and Brunswick 1 US.mcs. Those are right there. So what we're going to do back here at Dexter, open image file. No, wait, load single games. Yes, because see, now here we have the MCS or PSX, and it automatically brought me here to my downloads folder for Tonyhacks. And actually, let's get this out of here so I can just delete this. Nope, I don't want to do that. And we'll show you exactly how it's done here. So we want to go to open image file. No, good lord, I keep under that load single game. So Tonyhacks.mcs. Double click and it'll show it's loading on to the card. And you don't want just the hack, you also have to have the hacked save file for the game you want. So for me, I had Brunswick 1 US.mcs. Double click that and it'll bring it up here. It takes a few seconds because serial ports and stuff aren't that fast. I mean, I think the files are like 8K or something, but anyway, so you see you got Brunswick and Tonyhacks, and it shows here you have 12 blocks free on your card. If you want to just check properties, Brunswick is 2 blocks and Tonyhacks is 1 block. So now that we're done, we can just close this out and we can unplug our memory card from the Dex drive, and then now we will go on to the next step, which is loading up the games. Okay, so let's go there right now. Okay, we are back over here, And we have our game, which in this case I got Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. And we also have our modded memory card that I put on here. Pardon the mess, my maid is on vacation, so what we're going to want to do is, well, first let's turn on the TV, and it's on. This is just on my small TV, because you know that old systems like this won't look great on the big 65-inch 4K TV, blah, blah, blah. So then we want to go to our PlayStation here, put in the memory card, eject it, and let us get... Oh, and yes, we also need our backup game of a game we already own. In this case, it is NFL Blitz 2000. And we are going to put Brunswick in here. And turn it on. Take a second, but yeah, this is a very funny story here. My PlayStation, which is a model 9000. First, when I began doing this, it's the first time that I turned it on in about 20 some odd years. And at first I didn't want to read the disc, but after, it finally worked, thankfully. So I was like, I don't want to have to replace the laser in there. That would be kind of a pain. So anyway, so you see, Brunswick here is searching the memory card. It's loading the info. So what I'm going to do here, where's my controller at? Here we go. Got my Nyoko 2 controller. So this is going to be in the case of Brunswick here. On the Tonyhacks page, it tells you the instructions for each game, and they're all different. So for this, you just want to push start to get into it, and all I have to do to activate the hack is go here to load game, memory card 1, and yeah, normally should not do that, right? So Tonyhacks here. So I'm going to swap the CD, which, let's see here. Oh, I gotta get back up again, damn it. Okay, let's get back up here. And I'm going to take out Brunswick, so you don't have to do anything special. And then let's take our game here, NFL Blitz. Remember, this is a game we already own, but maybe it's scratched, and we want to... And now it shows it's initializing CD. Doing all that fun stuff. It's loading the game. And voila, there we go. NFL Blitz 2000. And everything works just fine. So let's, reading from the memory card. Yep, no data there. So yeah, everything's going well here, and it's exactly what we want. So I mean, overall, this hack works great. Compatibility is 100%. I think there's a few games that it may not work on because of the anti-piracy measures, and there's probably like 5 or 6 games that will not work. Other than that, it works on all of them. I think that, but the biggest one where it will not work is, I want to say, Legend of Dragoon, possibly? I forget exactly, but a quick Google search though will tell you though. And you could do something that's a little bit faster, like say do the PSIO or the I forget what the other one is, but the PSIO requires certain systems, like it will not work with the 9000 because it doesn't have the serial port on the back of it, and you do have to open up the case and solder a lot of stuff in there, and I'm not good at that, and I don't want to do that. I'd screw it up. And I think the PSIO device itself is like $150 or so. So overall, this is just easy. It's just, it isn't like fast, like boot right into the game thing. You have to boot up a game, then you have to load the program, swap the disk, and it will load it. So it's slow, but honestly, that's fine. I mean, I grew up in the days of the Commodore 64 where you would have to wait 10 minutes for a game to load. So if it takes a minute from the start until I get into NFL Blitz, say, that's fine. And just think, you get like Brunswick, the game I got was like $5 at the local used game store. Memory cards, I mean, I needed some more anyway, but they were $5 each on Amazon. And then if you get like that cable for the dex drive, that's like $5. And then I think a dex drive, I don't know what those cost, because mine I've had since they first came out, like, what was it, 98 or so. So I had mine for 23 years, but those probably can't go for more than like 10, $15 or so. So you're going to spend like say $30 total on this, unless of course you have plenty of memory cards and you already have Tonyhawk 2, 3, or 4 or Crash 2 or 3, whatever. It's cheap, easy to do. You don't have to open up the system, and it works great. And with like PSIO, I think there are like still bugs in it, and it doesn't work with every game. There are sound glitch and stuff. This is just like if you're playing the game legitly. Not that you wouldn't, because this is for games you already own and you just want to back up. So I'll put the links in the description for the memory cards on Amazon, and you can, and list of the games that work with this and the software and stuff. And also I'll see if I can find some Amazon or eBay links for the dex drive too, and put in a link for the cable too, because trying to help everyone here, and believe me, I don't get paid by Amazon, so click away, okay? Anyway, thanks for sharing, for watching. So share, subscribe, like, comment, and if I come across any games that don't work, whatever, I'll let you know. I haven't seen any that don't, but hey, I'm here for you. So thanks, guys.